Hello everyone and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia and I'm so glad you are here today. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description below. It has all the days and times that I go live, same 5 days, same times every week. So you can set your calendar to it. I do occasionally pop on for some extra streams just based around world events and astrological movements. So if you want to know about those, be sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be the first to know. If you'd like to know more about my online Reiki certification trainings, my social media, community Discord, or crystal shop, all of that information is in the description as well. During the first half an hour that we're together, I'll start to build a beautiful crystal grid, pardon me, based around the request of everyone in the chat. So if you are here live, go ahead and hit that live chat button and make any request for your personal healing you might have. It can be very specific or very general. I'm more than happy to pick a stone for you, or you can select a stone you've been wanting to work with. After we build that crystal grid together, we'll go ahead into a brief explanation of what Reiki is, what to expect, and from there we'll transition into the healing, where I will turn the music up, turn the lights down, and send this healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So let's go ahead to the chat. I see so many of you already here, ready to make some requests and start building on the crystal grid. Thank you for being here. So let's see. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grace. Okay. Oh, wow. I have to catch up. Okay. Ooh, I have so many requests already. So glad all of you are here. Cora Carr, Erica, Grace, Susan, good to see you. Hope Greg is doing well. And we've also got Jennifer, Brindley, welcome back. Gelguire, welcome back, good to see you. Jennifer, great to see you. Oh, I'm so happy to see you all. Okay, so let's get building on this grid. I did see a couple of requests just before I went live, and so I've picked just a couple of stones to get us started. But let's dive right in. I'm just going to go ahead and switch the camera over so you can all see the grid as I build it. Okay, wonderful. So here's our grid. I've got some copper spirals down for us so that we found that copper helps to break up blockages and get the optimal flow of energy down. I did see, and let me start all the way at the beginning so that I don't miss anything. I know for sure I saw a request for leadership and getting things started. I don't know whose that was just yet. Ah, there it is, Erica. Something for confidence and leadership specifically. Oh, I got you, Ruby. Here is raw Ruby. Ruby is incredible for leadership skills. It helps us to boost our confidence, and more just in our confidence, it helps us to really align with our capabilities. So it's not just confidence in the sense of bravado, but really grounded in our knowledge of who we are and what we are capable of and what we have done in the past, feeling connected with all that we are, and for anything having to do with leadership. This is like the management stone. If somebody's getting a promotion or something like that, this is an excellent crystal to work with. So Ruby for sure. And as you can see, Ruby, when it's tumbled, or when it's not tumbled or anything, it's a very different kind of stone. It's definitely red, but it's quite different. So we're going to go ahead and put some ruby in there. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, I hope everyone's staying cool too. Heart healing, love, peace of mind, studying and getting smarter. Rhodonite and kunzite, that's a lot of that. Rhodonite, kunzite, and labradorite will be for all of those things. Rhodonite, kunzite, and labradorite. Here is some pink kunzite, everything having to do with the heart. It helps to soothe a heart, but also helps to expand what we can hold in that heart. It aligns us with the concept of unconditional love, and it invites it in so that we start to get this understanding of that energy so that we can start to notice it around us in our lives, open our hearts up to it, and see it for what it is when it shows up. It can be an ultimate heart soother. We've also got some rhodonite. This is one of unrequited love, brokenheartedness, along with battling any kind of, like if you're getting over any kind of emotional volatility, even emotional abuse. Some people do use rhodonite to help learn new patterns and leave those old patterns behind. It's great also for the lungs and allergies. And I know that a lot of folks are dealing with allergy stuff this time of the year. So lots of love to you too. We can put that in there. So here's some rhodonite. Beautiful. Your rhodonite at home, if you have any, might be more black or more pink. It can show up either way. And for our good friend Labradorite, this helps us to learn. It gives us insight. It also helps to bring in a little of that intuition so that we can fold that in with our logical mind. That can be really helpful. It's also really helpful for taking what we're learning, connecting it to what we already know so that it becomes not just a foreign concept, but an extension of our current knowledge. This is an excellent stone for studying and learning. So let's go ahead and make some room for you. I feel like that can go for there. And we'll keep moving them around as we go. Fire quartz, clear quartz, and hematite. You got it. Let's actually do here's some fire quartz. Fire quartz is clear quartz that's been close to iron when it was forming, and so it takes on this red appearance. This is a stone that can help us not only connect with spiritual and divine guidance, but give us this burst of energy and a sense of grounding as we move forward. It allows us to incorporate the totality of our energy body, not just the upper chakras that kind of help us see a path forward, but also the part of us that actually needs to put the feet in front of us. It's really great for following through with spiritual intentions and also just sort of putting a little bit of a fire in us to go and get things done that are important to our ultimate life path. Hematite is excellent for grounding, purification. It's a very heavy stone physically, like it's weighty. If you've ever felt it, you know what I mean. It almost feels like it's metal and not a stone, but it's also a very sort of brittle stone. This is an incredible stone that goes back hundreds, maybe even thousands of years, where it was thought to have an impact on the blood and clearing the blood. This is one that's used more often current day to help us ground, feel connected to the earth, and help us feel like we can work through any of our lower sort of tendencies, habits, patterns, and purify on that level. So yeah, this is a great stone to work with. Let's go ahead and put some hematite in here. Grounding is something that is really kind of underutilized oftentimes in crystal healing. Grounding allows us to take the spiritual stuff and actually bring it into a place where we can physically work with it. So it goes very well with the fire quartz. Absolutely very well. So thank you for that request, Cora Carr. Good to see you. And let's see who else. Thyroid, prediabetes, weight loss, healing. Okay, cool. Let's work with all of that. Herkimer for Greg's literary agent, absolutely. Less anxiety, you got it. So let's do some unakite around the thyroid, prediabetes, and weight loss. This unakite has a lot to do with metabolism, women's health, and body fluids in general. Also heart and circulation and things like that. So it can be helpful. So we'll definitely bring in some unakite. This is also one that if you have the intention, it can work towards things like fertility, labor and delivery, but also it works with things like addictions, even and especially smoking. It can be really helpful with that. Good relationships too, but especially metabolism in general. It helps to regulate a lot of the hormone patterns within the body that would be disrupted by the thyroid and would impact the metabolism. So it's thought to be a stone that can really help with that. So I'm going to put some of this around. It's also a very lovely heart stone. It's one that really helps one to connect with their feminine side. So it's not specifically like just a woman's stone, although it's often thought of that way. It's one that can help one connect with their feminine side. It helps ground and purge tendencies and thought patterns that go along with like a toxic masculinity, especially if someone who embodies a male in our society and they're trying to reframe how they interact with women in our society or those who show up as women in our society, it can be really, really helpful to see those patterns and find a new way to relate to people based on more balance and equanimity. Let's see what else we got. Herkimer, and I might think of some other ones for Korakar, but Herkimer is great for manifesting. This is also has an indication for metabolism as well. This is one that brings in harmony, helps to balance discord. It brings some amount of relaxation, but the most important thing is that when we're manifesting with this stone, this helps us connect to the version of what we're asking for that is most connected with our spiritual purpose and our soul's mission and our ultimate path. So it's not just, universe, I need this. It's like, I want the best and most aligned version of it. So very powerful stone. Awesome. And less anxiety. There's a lot of excellent stones for anxiety, but the first one that popped to mind was fluorite. Fluorite can be so helpful. It's excellent for teeth because it literally is fluoride as well, so it works energetically as much as it does physically for that. But this is also deeply calming, relaxative, restorative. It's a very simple, easy to work with stone of anxiety in that it's not overpowering, it's very understated in its approach. So if you're filled with anxiety and you almost feel overstimulated, this can be a great stone to work with. Any color of it, too. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 purple and 2 of our clear/green. Interestingly, fluorite comes in these shapes naturally. So there we go for fluorite. Okay, we already got Erica's for leadership, that ruby. Loving that you're all there supporting each other, cheering each other on. New love, attraction, and second chances. Ooh, I like that. Rhodonite's helpful. I want to do pink tourmaline. The ultimate heartstone. This does help bring in a lot of love energy. I feel like this is a great stone for love magneting, calling in love in all kinds of ways. It also helps us to sense that a matching frequency of love. So if you're calling love in, I feel like this can help refine and almost hone the frequency that you're putting out so that you get the right thing back. I love it for that. So we'll go ahead and use some pink tourmaline. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that on our copper all around. Really get that working through, because this is just such an incredible, powerful stone that I love having it throughout. Unlike black tourmaline, it can be harder to find and on the more pricey side when you do find it. So I only have little pieces, so I like to kind of maximize them by putting them on copper. Attraction, second chances. Feel like I was thinking malachite, so I see that later you request malachite. So we'll do malachite and carnelian, perfect one. Malachite, carnelian, lapis, blue calcite. Malachite helps us move through heart-centered change, opening our heart to new experiences, moving out the things that no longer serve. It really helps with shifting and letting go of old patterns. This can definitely be helpful with letting go of things that are no longer serving in regards to how we have relationships and how we open up to love. So that's a great one. Go ahead and we'll put couple of malachites here. Let's see if I've got. I feel like this one wants to come in a little bit more. There we go. Carnelian is the ultimate relationship stone, not just in romantic relationships, but with coworkers, colleagues, family members, calling on new colleagues like this and honey calcite. If you're looking for good colleagues, if you're manifesting a new job, both of those stones are awesome. But yeah, this can be wonderful for bringing those out. Let's go ahead and also let's actually put you here, you here. Blue calcite, the ultimate stone for emotional overwhelm, being completely blown wide open when we're trying to take all of the things that we're processing in our heart center and to the point where it almost feels like the rug's been pulled out from under us. This can be a great stone to help process that and start to feel more stable. And that can be something that comes along with opening our heart to new ways of experiencing love. And as we work through changes in how we open up to love, which I'm seeing is kind of a theme for several of us today. So I'm going to bring this in, and by request of Jen. So, but yeah, I'm really grateful you asked for this stone. Let's go ahead. We'll leave that there. I'm going to go ahead and bring this here. And Lapis, the stone of trustworthy, open, honest communication, which is a great way to start any relationship. But it also aids things like painful inflammation. It's great for things like vertigo and imbalance, and also things impacting the career, like loss within career, to help rebuild based on honesty and trust. But this is great for, this is an excellent stone for a new relationship to help build that. We're building on a foundation of trust, honesty. We can trust each other. I feel like I can share, and you feel like you can share. We can just be open. And that's Lapis. Clearing away stagnant energy. Clarity with career. Cassandra, definitely. I'm glad that I just read that. Clarity with career. Definitely the ruby for like path forward, and herkimer also with that. But the lapis and the carnelian can really help you with your career as far as who you are connecting with. And improve mental health too. We'll do so I want to do for mental health, lepidolite, which actually is lithium mica. And lithium, yes, like the mental health medication. It's been used as a prescription for at least since the 1940s. Definitely not a stone that you do direct infusions with. Don't put this in water and drink it. It's used medicinally because it is physically powerful in that way. Energetically, it's a lot easier to work with. So excellent one that helps to boost your mood, helps you to just feel a lot more stable and optimistic in a way that is longer lasting. So this can be very helpful for a good disposition and support with mental health. I mean, it's an element on the periodic table. It's a pretty cool stone. And for Gelguire, the request to purify unwanted energy, letting go of not so great energy. I've got some dalmatian jasper, which has, it's white jasper in this case. It can be any color jasper. Those black spots are actually black tourmaline. Black tourmaline helps repel or reject not great energy and keeping it at bay. When it's in jasper like this, it has a great way of cleansing our auric field and kind of clearing what's within us while also rejecting anything else from coming in that's not in alignment with our highest good. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. I'm going to put it right behind this beautiful grounding stone of hematite. And thank you for being here as well. I see a request here from Brindley. Unbecoming everything I'm not, as I go home again. This is the time. Cool. So like letting go the old version of yourself. Malachite is extremely powerful for that. Also, smoky quartz. Smoky quartz for a lot of us are looking for calms and calming worry. This is a protective stone, a calming stone, but it also helps us to transmute that energy. So this goes in line with what you asked for, as well as what Gelguire asked for. Smoky quartz is also really aligned with things like Reiki in that it's thought to help optimize the flow of energy. But yeah, this can help us transform and transmute those old energy patterns. Definitely alongside with the malachite that's already here in your case. So let's get some smoky quartz. Smoky quartz. You are so welcome, Erica. For Vincent, success and work and study, letting go of what no longer serves for success, decluttering mind and home, wealth drawing. I think we've got most, if not all of that covered. Success at work is definitely the ruby. Success in study is definitely labradorite. Letting go of things that no longer serve for success, definitely some of the things that we already touched on. Malachite, Dalmatian jasper to a little extent, and smoky as well. Ruby's very helpful with all of this. Decluttering mind and home and wealth drawing. Let's go ahead and add some citrine. Citrine's great at decluttering the mind and calling in financial success. So let's bring in some of that. So this is citrine, the absolute #1 calling in financial success. One of the lesser known things that this stone can provide, though, is a balance between intellect and intuition. Not that one is better than the other, it depends on the situation, really. However, it can help us to discern where that information is coming from. Sometimes it's both, but this will help us to determine, is this what I've logically thought out to be true, or is this what I'm kind of feeling in my gut? So that you can know where the information is coming from to make the most of it, so it can really help you declutter your mind. There we go. I hope that helps, and lots of love to Vincent. There's definitely a lot of communal chi here. You're absolutely right, Gelguire. Ditto on the stagnant energy. Whole years felt like treading water, indeed. Hi, Sam. Good to see you. Crystal healing for current job, depression, anxiety. Also have for your home situation, need overall peace and harmony. Yeah, gotcha. Aqua Aura is a stone that is fairly new to me, but I've been working with it a lot when I'm struggling with depression. I do have depression, and I've been finding it helpful. I saw it mentioned somewhere. Now, I never thought much about the stones that had been altered through science, and this is a processed stone. It did not come out of the ground this way. It was processed with, I believe, titanium in this case. And it's thought to help things like depression, to kind of break through from that by expressing the feelings that we have and getting that moving, but also like taking the things that are causing the pain deep down and being able to express them a little bit. One of the ways that they think it works for that, but I've just felt it to help a lot with depression. And so just out of my own experience, I think this could be a really good stone for today. So let's go ahead and bring this one in. Healing your dog from the heat advisory. Oh my goodness, yeah. Healing for all the animals. Let's see. Healing animals. Black obsidian is great, but even more so leopardskin jasper. Leopardskin jasper, excellent for healing the pets from all the things that might impact the pets. Black obsidian can actually be great for nervous pets. That's one to keep around, like when there's going to be stimuli that upsets them, like fireworks, if you know fireworks are happening. This also helps anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance, and connecting with our spirit guides and helpers. So we'll put this out there for that. You can also use, if you put out the intention there for finding a better home situation, definitely herkimer and the citrine. Both can help that. One for calling in the resource abundance and finding the place, and two with herkimer, that it be most spiritually aligned with you. Okay, so let's do a little bit of this. And let's face it, all animals everywhere can use the healings. Any animal anywhere that is open to this healing, I'll ask that they receive it. Awesome. Hey Karen, great to see you. Let's see. Clarity, connecting with others, self-love, and low back pain. Clarity, definitely citrine, labradorite, even to some extent herkimer and a little bit, yeah. Self-love, kyanite, also to some extent unakite and malachite. And lower back pain, definitely bringing in some celestite. Connection with our angels, discernment, but also pain mitigation. Any kind of pain anywhere in the body. Absolutely. I think I want to bring in some more self-love too for that request. So put some celestite in here. Because I feel like what I'm seeing in everyone's description is like a lot of self-love can be helpful. The blue calcite can be helpful too, but like, let's face it, is there ever too much or not enough? I mean, I don't think there can be too much there. This can also help recognize thoughts and fears, like if you're not sure if it's an intuition or if it's a fear showing up, it can help you differentiate the two. And let's see, definitely to connecting with others, carnelian, definitely carnelian. Self-love for sure. That and cool. And then we'll get started. So let's see. I feel like chevron amethyst. This helps with also seeing past the differences of others, helping to tolerate differences that can be almost intolerable, help us to kind of see past them. This is also good for connecting our desires to spirit, like carrying what we're asking for, especially because there's a lot of manifestation here, taking what we're asking for and sending it up to the universe and bringing it back. But it's also good for anything that's like a degenerative illness or degenerative issue, like degenerative disc disease would be one example. This would be wonderful for that. Yeah, this is chevron amethyst. But yeah, if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for connection from the divine guidance and wisdom, any kind of shamanic or journey work, this can be really helpful. I feel like we can put these here. And I just want to add one more, which I think I'm going to make as part of the two that we'll vote on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so now we're getting to that part where I go ahead and I make a big ask of all of you to vote between two different specimens, and I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick two that have a uh, self-healing, self-love capacity to them, because I feel like that's an underpinning of everyone's request today. So give me a moment to go ahead and peek on some things and for you to choose from. Go ahead, chat amongst yourselves, and then we'll vote, because I never know how the vote's going to turn out, for those of you who are new. And we'll move on into the sending. Okay. These are the two that kind of jumped into my hand. The first, mahogany obsidian. Mahogany obsidian doesn't help self-love in the way that we think it would, like automatically opening our heart. This helps us in a different way, namely helping to see past the idea that we need to be perfect, whatever that means. We need, or that we're not good enough. We don't deserve something. We need to be better in order to uh, receive love, receive support. So this helps us get past those blocks, whether we've internalized them from things like verbal or emotional abuse, or just societal uh, pushback on us. Anytime that we think we are not good enough, this allows us to let go of the idea of we need to be perfect, we need to be better to be valid. The other stone that really jumped out was rose quartz. Trusty rose quartz can be such an intense, heart-centered stone to help us to open our heart, to more or less just blast it with beautiful, loving energy. So this can absolutely help with self-love. So go ahead and use the comments. Oh, I see some of you have already cast some votes. And go ahead and vote on which one you would like to see in the grid. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is and a little of what to expect today for those of you who are new, and we will take it from there. So go ahead and vote, and while you're voting, if you happen to go across that like button, that really helps me and I appreciate it. I will see you in just a moment. So hello again. As I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. You can learn all about me, my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, crystal shop, all that good stuff by looking in the description below. I'm here live 5 times a week, and you can join any of those times you'd like. All the dates and times and everything are below. I'm here same days and times every week. So what is Reiki? It depends on who you ask, but in essentially the nutshell is this. It is one of many energies in the universe that flows through all things. This energy is already a part of you and who you are, no matter where you are, whether you believe in energy or not. You don't have to believe that you're mostly made of water. It doesn't mean that you aren't. You absolutely are. That energy is there and it's flowing through all things. So you already have access to this energy. So what does getting a session have to do with anything? Well, essentially, this energy, Reiki, translates to spiritually guided life force energy. And by practicing it, what I do is actually connect with this flow a little bit more, and I direct more of the flow to you to help support whatever your intentions might be for personal wellness, healing, and moving forward. Reiki can help support you on the physical level, illness, injury, and the like. It can help you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, karmically, even if karma isn't really a concept you're familiar with, Reiki can help support you in all of these ways. Sometimes it will really focus on one of these areas where you might be really depleted or seeking support, and sometimes it shows up at almost all of them. Essentially, you might feel some different sensations in your body as the Reiki works to support that. You may also feel some emotions come up. You may experience a time to have some really fruitful thought and come to conclusions and find new truths for yourself that maybe you've had trouble accessing. You may get some intuitions and insights from the universe. It could be from your spirit guides, it could be a larger intuition, it could even be the deepest, most elemental parts of yourself getting an opportunity to tell you what's going on. So it could even be your subconscious. And as far as spiritual guidance, that goes in with the intuition. You might just suddenly know or see or hear some guidance that helps you on your path. Whatever your experience is, it's perfectly lovely. Just enjoy. I usually suggest that you sit or lie comfortably wherever you happen to be. And of course, you can move around all you need. Cover your eyes. Do whatever feels right. If you want to combine this time with another practice that feels meaningful to you, journaling, stretching, meditating, you certainly can. This is your time to support your greater good. But you can also just enjoy this time, lay back, take a breath, and see what comes to you. If you feel like you're going to fall asleep, kind of sounds like a Reiki session to me, go ahead and enjoy that nap. If you feel like there's a lot going through your mind, it may actually be really helpful to let it play out. But if you're not sure if it's helpful dialogue or thought or guidance or subconscious or just sort of a racing mind, take a deep breath in and out at your own pace. And that might help you to kind of redress and reframe. Enjoy your session, see how it shows up for you, and at any point in time, you can set intention, asking the Reiki to support a specific thing. All you have to do is bring it to mind and let it go. Otherwise, you don't have to keep a silent mind and you don't have to focus on anything. You can do either of those two things if you want to, if you find them helpful. The most important thing is to simply support yourself to be comfortable. Whatever that looks like for you, move around, adjust, scooch around, all you need. If you need to get up and grab something, go right ahead. During the sending, I will turn the music up, I will turn the lights down, and the lights will move slowly through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in and welcome you to take a deep breath, come back at your own pace, and at that time I'll reopen the chat. You can go ahead and ask any questions you might have. You can share any experiences you have. If you're watching this on the replay or if you think of something later, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me through social media or my website. I'll be more than happy to help you with everything going forward. So thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure, and I do hope to see you again soon. So let's get back into the healing, see what won the vote, and get on to some Reiki. So what all won, y'all? Ooh, that looks pretty when we blow it up, doesn't it? Oh, that looks so nice. Was it everything? Was it both? Of course it's both. It's always both, and that's awesome. I love it. So let's go ahead and bring in some rose quartz and some mahogany obsidian. Let's put this here and here. And ruby, malachite, mahogany obsidian, and rose quartz. Oh, that really turned out beautifully. Thank you all so much for being a part of this beautiful and very unique grid. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. So we're going to be going a little bit later than we normally do because we had a nice big group of people. Thank you all for being here, hanging out with each other, cheering each other on. I'm loving the community that's building from this. Absolutely a treasure to see all of you here. It's like lightning in a bottle, you all. So enjoy your session. I'll turn up the music and I will see you all in about 25 minutes, which will bring us to about 5:15 if you're here live. Thanks again and enjoy. deep breath. Slowly start coming back to your body. I invite you to move, bend, wiggle your fingers and toes. And if you'd like to stay in this relaxed state and simply enjoy, go right ahead. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, go on ahead into the chat and let me know. Thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. And tomorrow being Thursday, I will return at 8 a.m. East Coast US time. Friday, 4 and 8 p.m. and Sunday at 8 p.m. with a possibility for some additional streams popping up. Go ahead and click the subscribe with notifications bell to know about all of my streams. Oh, you're so welcome, Erica and Gail Guire. Thank you for being here. This is such a beautiful and unique grid. I'm going to be teaching level 1 this evening. They have their first class. I'm going to leave this grid up. Oh, your head moved from one side to the other. Oh, you definitely have some energy moving. Definitely the Kundalini awakening. I'll see if I can record a brief video on that. Yeah, sometimes it'll like this kind of stuff. Yep, the energy's moving. It's perfectly healthy, even though it feels very surprising, to say the least. Make sure you do a good job grounding afterwards, too. Yeah, I'll work on that. It'll be a very brief nutshell of a very big topic, but I'll be able to break it down into the basic pieces. Definitely make sure to ground, and that can be placing your feet on a bag of Epsom salt, or soaking your feet, or taking a bath with Epsom salt. You can do the same with sea salt. Holding onto black tourmaline, black onyx, hematite, any kind of grounding stones, legs up the wall. Essentially, put you scooch up to the wall and put your backside to the wall, and then kick your legs up the wall. That really does a lot. That can help with grounding. But also just like even getting outside if you can, putting bare feet in the dirt if you can. I mean, the part of Philly I live in, it's a little dicey to do that. But even just like putting your physical feet on the ground, or even sitting on the ground and just sitting straight up so that your perineum touches the ground can help. Yeah, that can help. And it's fine. It's just I want you to be able to, you're having these ascension kind of stuff, and I want you to feel like comfortable in your body and feel good and firm. Let me know if you have any other questions, but I'll work on that video. And you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Cora Carr. Definitely. It's such a pleasure to be with all of you today. Like I said, I've got a Reiki 1 class starting in a little bit. I'm so excited. It's the multi-week class, so they'll be doing Reiki 1 all month with me on Wednesday nights, and I love it. This really is such a potent and powerful grid. Thank you, everyone who contributed to the communal chi, everyone coming together. and making requests that help to build the grid into what it is and help to hold the space. That helps all of us. The more people come together with the same or similar intent, like healing, the greater the energy, the potential energy is magnified. So, thank you. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Really appreciate that. Also, let me know if you happen to have malachite in stock, because I have a customer that needs it. You're so welcome, Susan. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close here with an abundance of gratitude for absolutely all of you. I still have classes enrolling through the end of the year, and I also, in case you missed it, I also did launch us a TikTok. So brand new on there. Don't have a lot of followers, but just look for me on there at Learn Reiki on TikTok. And if you prefer Instagram, we're at Learn Reiki Philadelphia there. So that's it for me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care of yourselves and have a beautiful evening. Bye for now.